Imagine this. You're scrolling through condo listings in Ottawa and everything looks like a steal. But wait, is it a deal or is it a disaster waiting to happen? Right now, the Ottawa condo market is showing signs of trouble. In December 2025, condo apartment sales plummeted 35% year over year to just 78 units. Inventory is surging, with supply hitting a whopping 7.9 months. That's the highest we've seen in years, signaling a full-blown buyer's market in the condo sector. And prices, the average price for a condo in December sold for $401,000, almost down 5% from last year. Year to date in 2025, condo prices were down 0.2%, but that trend is accelerating. Is this the start of a condo collapse in Ottawa, or just a much-needed correction after a crazy few years of frenzy? Stick around because I'm going to break down the 3 biggest reasons why this is happening, what it means for you, and how you can turn this dire situation to your advantage. Hey, it's Sernoskie and I'm with LePage. My videos help buyers and sellers in Ottawa achieve their real estate goals. I also happen to be an experienced and top producing realtor. Just take a look at my Google reviews to see the positive experiences that my clients have had while working with me and my team. With the latest data from the Ottawa Real Estate Board published early this year, we're seeing the condo market in a tougher spot than ever. While the overall housing market closed 2025 on a stable note with a total sales up 1.3% year to date, the condo segment is the weakest link. Sales are very subdued. Supply is overwhelming demand, and if you're in the market, you need to know why. So let's dive in. Months of inventory tell the dire story. 7.9 months for condos, and that's way above balanced 4 to 6 month range. That's nearly 8 months of supply based on current sales paces, compared to just 4.3 for the market as a whole. The average condo price settled at $436,591 in 2025. That's a slight 0.2% decrease from 2024. And while the broader market saw modest gains, condos lagged behind, with subdued sales throughout the year reflecting growing caution. This isn't panic territory yet, but it's a big wake-up call. Now, why is Ottawa's condo market in such a dire spot? I think it boils down to 3 major factors, and they're hitting hard. First, the affordability math is completely broken. Even with the Bank of Canada cutting rates down to 2.25% by late 2025, mortgage costs are still ultra high for many buyers. Qualifying for a loan on a small downtown condo? Well, it's tougher than ever, especially with rising living costs. Some first-time homebuyers who often start with condos are getting squeezed out. And if you add in high condo fees and maintenance issues in older buildings, the numbers just don't add up. In Ottawa, we're seeing this play out with longer days on market, and buyers have time to think twice and potentially walk away. Second, investor fatigue is real and it's spreading. Remember the boom of 2021 and 2022? Investors snapped up condos as easy as rentals. But now, rents are softening, vacancies are rising, and those closing costs on new builds aren't penciling out. Many investors are cash flow negative, especially with interest rate renewal costs eating into profits. In Ottawa, we're starting to see echoes of Toronto troubles, with some projects getting paused and then converted to rentals. And if you're an investor holding onto a condo, this dire oversupply means tougher times ahead. Third, oversupply is building like a snowball rolling downhill. Active condo listings are up massively. Estimates show around 50% higher than a couple of years ago, with new completions adding thousands of units to the mix. This completion flood is overwhelming the market, and it's leading to slower absorption and eventual price cuts. Ottawa isn't Toronto level bad yet, but the trends are migrating there. Months of inventory at 7.9 months. That's the highest since 2016 for December, and history shows it leads to a reset. We're in the early stages of a developer freeze where projects halt, but before recovery can occur, things will get tougher. Let me give you a real Ottawa example. Take a typical downtown condo, bought pre-construction in 2021 for rental income. Now, with softened rents and vacancies up, owners are listing to cut losses. But with so much inventory, prices stall or drop. Compare that to detached homes where supply is tighter and prices are up. The gap is widening and the condo segment is bearing the brunt. This sort of mirrors what happened in Toronto. Slower sales, rising inventory, pre-construction collapses. Ottawa's following suit, but slower. Our market is more resilient thanks to stable government jobs and less speculation. Still, the supply shock is here. And last time we had this much condo inventory, 2015, followed by 7 years of price growth, but right now it's a correction after a 5-year boom. Sales are down and prices are flat or falling. Inventory is up. It's a dire situation for sellers, but it's not a full collapse yet. This is a reset that Ottawa needs to rebuild healthier. And for the broader market, 2026 looks flat in the first half, with modest appreciation later if sales pick up and inventory eases. But condos will lag until this oversupply clears, possibly into late 2026. So if you're a buyer, This is your window. With 7.9 months of supply, negotiate hard on the price, closing dates, and conditions. Focus on solid buildings with healthy reserve funds and low fees, and avoid older ones risking special assessments. Go for newer builds or well-managed complexes. And the other thing, don't fear the headlines. If you're holding 5+ years, Ottawa's growth will likely reward you. Sellers and investors, don't panic sell. If you can carry the property, do it, things will turn around. But if you are going to sell, you must price it realistically if you want to move fast. Investors, make sure you crunch the numbers for long-term holds. Quick flips are much riskier now. Ottawa remains stable and resilient overall, and this condo correction was likely a long time coming. So if you're buying or selling this year in this market, I can help. And as your local expert, I'll guide you through the data, find the best deals, and negotiate like a pro.